So where do we start with funding? We'd like to help remodel or build houses for the poor and homeless.
Where do we start with funding? So, I mean, I think this is one of those things where you kind of really got to work on like how you're telling that story, and how you're, we're just talking about getting emotional here, right? Like, how do you connect with the things that make us people, and what is the cause? Why is that cause important? Who are the people that cause is impacting, and how does the things that we do as somebody that might be, providing funding, how does that support impact the things that are happening in the world? And I think if we focus on those things rather than, the what we want people is to give funding or donate and all of that, but if you just focus on donate versus the story around why, we need to compel people with that reason why. I think we're kind of coming up with a theme here on that, right? Is that what is the reason why somebody would want to do that thing, and focus on those things, because those are the things that get people to take into action.
And I'll just add, we held a webinar a couple months ago with Donor Perfect, and what I'll mention is they showed us some data that you've got usually two groups of people. Some people are motivated by the numbers, and some people are really pulled in by those stories and those emotions. So you've got to tap into that. If you don't know who those different people are, that's okay. You can just create every email by showing the impact, sharing those stories so that you're connecting with people in a variety of ways. Share the numbers, keep people updated on where you're at with your donations, how the campaign ended, where did that leave you with, an amount of money, poundage of food that was donated, and those types of things can certainly help you. David, what about your experience pertaining to this time of year and getting donations?
It's a question of trying to give additional purpose to the messaging. So let's say that you're a nonprofit and in the fall you had a big fundraiser and you still want to, get some more donations for you. So in addition to what you and Dave just said, which is, perfect, using some numbers to help people reach a goal would be helpful. So what if the messaging was, we're at 98% of our goal for the year. Won't you help us get that 2%? Make a donation now, help the animals, the people, the nature, the business, whatever the nonprofit is, hit that 100%. Or it could be a matching grant. For every dollar you contribute, another 50 cents will come from someone else, or something like that. There are different creative ways of doing it, but it's a little bit of the hook, if you would, that in conjunction with the numbers and the stories and so on comes into play. One thing we've been very successful with is, again, the use of video in the emails or on websites. Particularly because in the nonprofit world, it's all about emotion. And the moment you have someone telling you a story or making a case about how their life has changed because of the nonprofit, or if it's the nonprofit speaking what they are doing to change people's lives, that gives you the emotional hook that gets people to say, okay, I'm going to help you get from 98 to 100%. Video is powerful. And I'll just comment, video doesn't have to be a $5,000 professionally done video and so on. Almost all of us have a video camera in our pocket, right? And with a little tripod and some good lighting and a good microphone, it's amazing what you can do.
Yes, the power of video is amazing for nonprofits and really any small business out there. This next one comes from Kim and a few others. What kind of tips do you have for the end of the year ask when we just had a big fundraiser in October and November? David, I'll start with you.
Frankly, similar to what we just spoke about. The messaging, how it's sent, use video, create an emotional connection, use some numbers, create some incentives like matching grants and things like that. Those things resonate.
Dave, what about you?
Yeah, I love all the things that we're talking about here. I would say, just to even get more specific, I love that idea of, showing how close you are to achieving a particular goal, right? Getting specific with those numbers and like, hey, we're like so close, and like your donation is going to make a big difference in that. And so I think doing something like that is also very valuable.